Everyone, and welcome to NameHero.com. In today's video tutorial, I want to talk about our HTTP2 web hosting and how you can use this to greatly speed up your website. So for those unfamiliar, I've got an article here about HTTP2, and it talks about the revision from the original protocol of HTTP. So if you click here, why revise, and say HTTP1 has served the web for well more than 15 years, but its age is starting to show. So you can go through and read up about all this, about who made HTTP2, the relationship with Spdy and all that good stuff here. But basically, in simple terms, HTTP2, it's a better way to serve your content. It's faster, especially in today's digital world with everyone having smartphones and delivering all kinds of rich content with JavaScript and CSS. There was a need for a revision for the way that HTTP is transmitted. So HTTP2, it brings this whole new transmission of your data to your users, makes your website faster, okay? So in simple terms, it makes your site faster. And if you're not using HTTP2 with your web host, then that's another reason, in my opinion, you should move over to NameHero. HTTP2 is something we've been offering by default for several years now since we got really going here. In addition to our high-speed cloud, HTTP2 is certainly necessary. So in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to sign up with us here at NameHero and how to make sure that HTTP2 is enabled on your site. And I'm also going to talk about how to enable HTTP2 pushes on your site because that certainly helps speed up everything as well. Let's go down here and I'll show you what a push is. So if you look at our deployment questions, how can I use HTTP2 server push? And a HTTP2 server push allows a server to provide content to customers without waiting for a request. So it can provide your CSS and JavaScript without waiting for a request, and it can improve the time to retrieve a resource, particularly for connections with a large bandwidth delay product where the network round trip time comprises most of the time spent on a resource. So again, basically with an HTTP2 server push, it's just going to speed up your site. So when people are talking about HTTP2, just think faster web hosting. If you're like me and you like to nerd out, go hit up this page here. Just Google HTTP2 benefits, and you'll get all kinds of stuff. We use Lightspeed web server at NameHero, and this is the web server that we've used since we got started with NameHero. A lot of other web hosts out there, HostGator, Bluehost, they like to use Apache, and I originally designed our cloud to use Lightspeed because of the performance enhancements over Apache. Now, in recent years, HTTP2 has become bundled with Apache, especially with Easy Apache 4 in Web Host Manager. So I do have some video tutorials on our YouTube channel and some tutorials on our blog and information across our social media about how to sign up with one of our VPSs and get HTTP2 with Apache. But for this video, I'm going to talk about our basic hosting here at NameHero, and as well as those of you wanting to resell, you're actually reselling our basic hosting so you can offer your customers HTTP2 with really no added setup. It just works once you sign up, which I'm going to show you. The only thing that doesn't work stock or right out of the package is the server push, and that's because the server push actually requires you to make some edits to your code. If you're a coder, then you probably already know what those are. But if you're using WordPress, or a lot of our resellers, if your customers are using WordPress, there's a simple plugin you can install and it will do everything for you. You can head over to Lightspeed's website if you'd like as well, and it talks about HTTP2, what it is, and kind of, again, more details like we just covered on the this GitHub page, and how it can use the header compression, the optional encryption, which encryption is free at NameHero, free SSL, talks about the server pushes as well as the server support and all that. So again, if you're a big detail person, I recommend heading over to those two pages or just Googling HTTP2 so you can learn more about it. In today's video, we're going to be using a Chrome plugin so we can test. It's the HTTP2 and Spdy indicator. It's free. You can just search this in the Chrome store. Just go to your apps button on Chrome and search for this and add it to Chrome, and you can add this to your browser so it shows you if HTTP2 is enabled or not. Again, if you're coming over from HostGator, Bluehost, or some of these hosts that still use old school servers, old school dedicated servers, maybe with outdated updated Apache, or maybe they haven't upgraded with the HTTP2 mod, you can quickly see using this indicator. So I recommend downloading it, adding it. If you're on the fence about whether to sign up with NameHero or not, go test your current site. See if you're using HTTP2. If you're not, you're hosting your website on an old school infrastructure. And at NameHero, we believe you should have the latest and greatest for your web hosting because, as I've already mentioned, with the expanding digital world, with mobile devices now prevalent in almost every country out there, iPads and all that stuff too, you want the best infrastructure for your site because especially if you have a small business or blog, your customers, they're using these type of devices and they should have your website delivered to them as fast as possible. It's going to mean more conversions for your website, more sales, more visitors to your blog, and easier to navigate. Me personally, if I get on a slow site, I don't care what information it has. I'm going to close out and go to the next site that is fast because I'm very impatient by nature and I like a fast infrastructure. So that's what you're getting here at NameHero, and I'm going to talk about how to set that up. So now I'm on the main page of NameHero. We talk about how we're now powering over 20,000 websites worldwide. It's certainly our pleasure becoming a high-speed cloud leader in the web hosting space. So today I'm going to demo one of our web hosting accounts. Now again, if you're a reseller, then you get to offer all this to your customers as well. So rest assured, if you have a VPS, you can go with Lightspeed Web Server. It's an add-on to our VPSs, and you can get the HTTP2. If you want to use Apache, then I do have videos on how to set that up as well across our YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to click on web hosting here, and I'm going to go through the sign up of one of our packages. So at NameHero, we offer currently 4 packages for your website. It starts for our starter cloud and goes all the way up to our business cloud. The main difference between all of these packages is the number of visitors that you can have monthly to your site, and this is because of the resources. So at NameHero, we put resources under each package so you can see how much horsepower, so to speak, that you're getting for your site. Obviously, the more you have, the faster the site goes. Our starter cloud, it's best for those of you that are still developing your business. Maybe you're in startup mode and you're just getting started. Maybe you're not making any money yet, or your site's not even quite live. You're working on it. That's where our starter package comes in. Most people that if they're off the ground, if they have an active site, they'll choose the plus or the turbo. This is all comes down to how many visitors you're getting. I frequently reference my father on a lot of my YouTube videos. He owns a self-storage facility. He doesn't get a lot of traffic every month, but the traffic he gets to a site each month are coming to pay their bill. So it's very important he's online all the time because people are paying their bill. They might come at midnight, they might come at 11 p.m., not necessarily during 9 to 5. So his site always needs to be online. But since he doesn't have a lot of traffic, he's one for the plus cloud. But those of you that are maybe have a blog and you're trying to get visitors, or maybe you have an e-commerce site, you need more power. So you want to definitely go with our turbo. Now, the good thing at NameHero, since we are a cloud infrastructure, is you can upgrade or even downgrade to any of these packages right inside of your client interface. You don't even have to submit a ticket. Just click upgrade and you can go to the next package. I've got videos and tutorials across our YouTube and on our blog on how to do that as well. But I'm going to choose our Turbo Cloud because I feel like for those that have a website and are looking for the best bang for their buck, it's going to be this one. You get 3 CPU cores, access to 3 CPU cores. You get 3 gigabytes of RAM. You get the free SSL certificates. We have SSD RAID 10 storage and the Lightspeed Cache, which we're going to be using, as well as free Cloudflare and Railgun. So you have a lot of benefits, in addition to all the extra stuff that you may see at some of the other web hosts such as Bluehost and HostGator, the unlimited park domains, unlimited subdomains, unlimited add-on domains, and email accounts. All that stuff's pretty standard at most web hosts. What most web hosts out there don't have is the HTTP2, Lightspeed, the Lightspeed Cache, a set amount of RAM on the cloud. So this is extra stuff that we bring here at NameHero. So I'm just going to click Choose Turbo, and we're going to go through the sign-up process. So to get started, you have 3 options with your domain. One is to register a new domain. Now with our hosting packages, as long as you sign up for a year or more, you get the first year registration 100% free. So a lot of people, if you're starting a new site, hey, you're going to save at least $12, $15 a year for that first year. So that's huge savings there, and you can register it here. If you want to transfer your domain, let's say you have your domain at your current web host, Bluehost, HostGator, GoDaddy, we're going to transfer it over for free for that first year, so you're saving there. Also, if you just have your domain, maybe at GoDaddy, but you're hosting elsewhere, you can transfer that from GoDaddy and manage everything in NameHero. And this is a great option because it allows our support team, it's easier for them to help you when your domain is registered with us, because if it's not, then they have to try to tell you what you need to do, and you have to go into another control panel. And most customers, they like to have everything in one place. I know I sure do. One invoice to manage and all that. So I recommend getting your domain with us. Now I'm going to choose the third option because my domain today is actually already in my NameHero account, so there's no need to register it, there's no need to transfer it, it's already in there. So I'm going to be using keydiets.com. Key Diets, and then type in the .com down here. I'm going to click use. Okay, now I'm going to review my configuration. As stated, I get the Turbo Cloud. I can host unlimited websites with this. I've got unmetered storage. Now there's still an inode limit, and that's the number of files. You're allowed to have up to 250,000 for the soft limit, 500,000 files for the hard limit. This means you can have up to 500,000 files on your account. Now, once you hit the soft limit, 250,000, it's called a soft limit for a reason. This tells you that you're approaching the limit and you need to upgrade. So the next upgrade from the soft limit would be going to a VPS, because we feel once you reach, over 250,000 files heading to 500,000, your website's so large, you need to begin getting a VPS, which does not have file limitations. Feel free to reach out to our sales team if you want to discuss that. Most average sites don't cross that, so you're most likely going to be fine. We can always help you out if you have any questions on that. Unmetered bandwidth, 3 CPU cores, 3 gigabytes of RAM, the Lightspeed Cache, the Cloudflare, and free SSL. SSL is a huge thing now. Remember, Google Chrome announced July 1st, 2018. Websites without it will show up not secure. If you see up here in my Google Chrome browser here for NameHero, it says secure. If you don't have an SSL certificate, this will say not secure. You will lose customers because of this. Me personally, if I go to a site that says not secure, I'm getting off of it, because with all the recent data stuff going on, data leaking, hacking, I want it to be secure, and you should too, and you should want this for your website. It's free and automatic at NameHero, so why not? If you go to GoDaddy, they're going to charge you for it. They'll give you SSL, but you got to pay for it. At NameHero, we believe that should be free. Okay, so now to our billing cycle. At NameHero, we have a couple different pricing options for the Turbo Cloud. The Turbo Cloud can be purchased monthly for $19.95, and then it kind of goes down from there. At NameHero, we reward customers for their longevity with us. With month-to-month payments in web hosting, I've been around for 20 years here online. I got started in 1998. And monthly payments just seems to not work. And the reason being is sometimes people's credit cards will expire, or for whatever reason, the credit card will be declined. Maybe the card was lost or stolen. And then it causes their website to be suspended, and they might not even realize it. If you've lost your credit card or had one expire, you might not realize it if you're on vacation or gone. So that's why we like to do at least 12 months, because that way your site's not interrupted. You have to worry about the bill once a year. I really like the 36-month option, because you're getting a tremendous discount, the best discount here at NameHero, and you don't have to worry about paying for your hosting once every 3 years. So that's what I recommend. Now, to each their own, but that's what I like. Now, also, we're running a special for new customers, so you're going to get this for $11.95 a month, not $16.95. So that's going to show on the checkout. And also, you can see the free domain comes with 12 months and greater. So I'm choosing the 36 month, and I recommend that for new customers. And if some people are skeptical, that's why we've got the review section on here, so you can read what our current customers are saying. We have over 639 reviews on here. This is provided by SiteJabber, so you can go to their site and you read their credentials and see what actual customers say about NameHero. This is why I developed NameHero. I wanted a fast infrastructure with great customer service, and that's what we strive to provide. Okay, next is our Drop My Site Off-Site backups. Every night, NameHero takes a backup of your website for free, but if you need more than 1 day's worth of data, you need to add it on here. Now, most sites, one day's worth of data is fine for some sites. Most sites need at least 30 because especially if you update frequently, then you want to have access in case you mess something up. Me personally, if my sites, I mess up stuff all the time accidentally. So I like to be able to roll back from a day, 3 days ago, 4 days ago. And that's why these are really important. The bare minimum's 1 day. That's free. That's going to be in your account. But if you update your site often, you should add these. These prices are per month. And you can upgrade at any time. So 5 gigabytes for $1.99 of backup space, that suits most users. If you ever reach it, you can go to 10 gigabytes. You can go on up from there. Since it's $1.99 a month, it only makes sense to add that, then upgrade later on. Dedicated IP address. It's a simple question for this. Do you plan on using email with your hosting? If so, you want this. It gives you the highest level of email deliverability, having your own IP address. If you're not going to be using email, don't worry about it. So if you're using G Suite or if you're using just Gmail for your email, then don't worry about a dedicated IP. But if you are going to be using it, I do highly recommend going with the dedicated IP. Okay, now we are at the review. You can see with the current sale for summer, you're saving $238.64. It's really my pleasure to bring that special during the summer. Now, this video is going to go across our YouTube. It's going to go across all our social media accounts and on our blog. Can't guarantee when you watch this video. If you watch it in the summer, take advantage of the sale now. If you're watching it at some other time, I can't guarantee this special is going to be around. We might have another special. We might have a better special. We might have a worse special. I don't know. So we can't guarantee this rate is always going to be active. So if you're watching this video and you've been on the fence, you're looking for savings, you're going to save at least $200 here. So highly recommended. Up to you. You go to checkout. Now you just got to enter your information and complete the payment. Again, we display some of our rewards we've received here at NameHero because we understand that your trust is not something we're going to gain overnight. Our trust is something that we're going to earn from you, but you can see what other customers are saying about us to help build your confidence here at NameHero. Me personally, I look at reviews on everything. I go to Amazon. Even if I'm in the store, I'll scan a barcode and read the reviews before I buy it in the store. So I feel like you should do the same thing. So, don't take my word for it. Read our reviews, see if it's for you, see what other customers are saying, then make your decision. So that's what drives today's commerce is reviews. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out all this information and complete my payment. Then I'll resume this video and show you how to get HTTP2 hosting. All right, once you complete your order with us here at NameHero, we have a quick survey. As I said, we strive for 5 for 5, all 5 stars in this category. If you're pleased, we certainly do appreciate these 5-star ratings. If you're not ready to rate us yet, just click the X and it will come back at a later time. If you are, we do certainly appreciate it. If you answer all these, it allows you to type a quick message. This message is for other people that are coming to NameHero that may be considering us, so we certainly appreciate these kind words. Prospective customers sure appreciate them as well. So, thank you very much if you decide to give us a review. There's a space in here to enter your name and email so we can follow up with your comments. This is not used for marketing. It's only for order confirmation and customer care. So we are, excited if you decide to do that. We promise to treat your information with care and not to share it with any third party or for any marketing purposes. Again, if you don't want to fill this out, which I'm doing a demo, so I'm going to exit out, you can, and now you have access to your order. Okay, so now my order has been put through. I'm going to continue to the client area. Now this is a demo account, so I got a couple different packages, but I'm going to navigate to the one I just bought, and that's my turbocloudkeydiets.com. So I'm going to click on here. This is my interface inside of NameHero that allows me to manage my newly bought hosting package. And the first thing I need to do is update my name servers because remember I said I already have my domain, but I just want to buy the hosting for now and I'll take care of updating it. So since my domain's in NameHero, I'm going to go to domains, my domains. I'm going to find Key Diets, click on it, and give it a second to come up here. Under action or manage here, I'm going to go to name servers. And here, I want to make sure that I enter these name servers. So ns31 and ns32.namehero.net. So go over here, ns31.namehero.net and ns2.32.namehero.net. I'm going to click change. And it's going to make sure my name servers are correct. Now, if you have your domain somewhere else, GoDaddy, if your name is at your current web host, HostGator, Bluehost. Update your name servers. Even if you're transferring the domain, you can begin using your hosting instantly. But until your domain's with us, you can still update it over there. If you've got your domain at GoDaddy and you don't want to move it, that's fine. Just go over there and update your name servers. As I mentioned in this video, I personally like to have everything under one roof, and this way our order confirmation team, they can help you out if you have any problems, but you're not required, but it is highly recommended. Okay, so now my name servers are good, so we can close out of there. Okay, so now it normally takes about 2 to 3 hours to propagate in the United States. That means once you change those name servers, it takes a couple hours for it to be active. I always recommend a full 24 to 48 hours to be active across the world. So you might want to do this and go grab some coffee, take a break, come back tomorrow. I actually changed mine before the video so it would be active. I go to Key Diets, you can see it is working. So some people it's instant, some people it's an hour or two, some people it's 24 hours. It depends on your ISP and where you're located. But anyways, it is active for me. So now to test HTTP2 and to set up the HTTP2 pushes, I want to install WordPress, because right now I just get an index of when I go to my site because there's no files. So I'm going to go through and install WordPress. Now I'm not going to do a detailed installation here. I've got plenty of videos and tutorials on how to do that. So feel free to reference our YouTube, our knowledge base, our blog, and you'll find plenty of instructions on how to set up and install WordPress. But I am going to go through it here really quick. So under Actions here, I'm going to log into cPanel. This is going to take me to my cPanel to where I can install and manage all my files. At NameHero, you don't have to have an FTP program. You don't have to have any other software to use your hosting. Everything can be done right through your browser. We try to keep it as easy as possible. Okay, so I want to scroll down here to the bottom and click on WordPress right here. And we're going to install it. I'm just going to click Install Now. And I want to do a quick install. I don't want to mess with anything else, just installing it. Choose a domain. So I can choose my domain here. In directory, this is if you want to install it in a directory. I want, when people go to keydiets.com, I want them to see my WordPress site. I don't want a subdirectory. So I'm just going to delete WP out of here and leave that blank. I need to set up a username and password, so I like to do strong stuff here. Please don't use admin as your username. Everyone's going to guess admin if they want to get into your account, so don't use that. I'm going to use my name, and I like to always document this in a separate window so I have it. And I like to click this key to get a nice strong password. Copy this and save it in a secure area so you have it. Write it down, put it in a file, do something with it so you have it. And also make sure your email is valid, because in case you lose your password, your email is how you reset it. So my email is admin@keydiets.com for this account, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay, we can select some extra plugins if we want it. So example, we can limit our login attempts. If someone's trying to get into our site, kick them out. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Theme, I'm not going to select the theme. We do have plenty of preloaded professional looking themes. If you want something nice and free, you can set that up and install it now. But again, I'm just going to set up the HTTP2 pushes. I'm not going to worry so much about theme and design, but feel free to, if your needs call for it. Click install, and it just takes a second here to install WordPress. Okay, now it's done. Now if I go to my site here, there we go. You can see that HTTPS, it is secure. At NameHero, we have free and automatic secure certificates, SSL. So you're getting that secure box here. You're not getting the not secure warning. Free and automatic means free and automatic. If you just change your name servers, it might take up to 24 hours for that to generate. If you want to generate that sooner, you can do it in cPanel. I've got a video on YouTube to show you how to do it. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to our support team. Okay, so first thing I want to do is make sure that we are using HTTP2, because again, if you're a new customer, you don't want to take my word, you want to know for yourself. I hear you, I'm the same way. So at the beginning of this video, I was talking about the HTTP2 and SBDY indicator. This is just an extension that plugs into your Chrome. Search for it, click add to Chrome, and it will. If I look up here, you can see this lightning bolt. It's blue. That means HTTP2 is enabled. So that tells us now if we click on it, it's going to show us here that, and I've got some other sessions here live. So let's just try to refresh it here. Okay, so we can see keydiets.com. One second, let's just click it in here. Key Diets. We want to see Key Diets, not NameHero's activity. And here we go, right here, key diets. Okay, so we can see HTTP2 is detected. Now we see 0 under push. That's because we have not set up the HTTP2 push. So we are getting HTTP2 request, but we are not yet using the push. So I'm going to show you how to set that up. So at this point, congratulations, you now are on HTTP2 hosting. So your site's going to load faster if it was not on HTTP2. So if your goal going with NameHero is to get HTTP2, congratulations, you have met that goal. But now we need to set up those pushes. So let's set up that server push. We go back to our WordPress installer. We want to go to the WordPress admin URL and go to WP admin. We're going to use a plugin here. Now, if you are not using WordPress, which is fine, a lot of our customers don't, but most of them do in some capacity, then you have to modify your code. So this is when, if you're a developer, you probably already know what to do. If you're not, you can Google it. You can go to your developer and research it. There's just some stuff you have to add when calling your style sheets or JavaScript to do so. So it's already enabled. You just have to put it in your code. 99% of our customers use WordPress in some capacity or another. So I'm going to show the easy way with WordPress. WordPress, we're going to go to plugins, click add new. Go here, search plugins. We're going to type in Lightspeed. So along with the Lightspeed web server is a WordPress plugin called Lightspeed Cache. So we want to install this because this is how we're going to do those HTTP2 server pushes. So I'm going to click install now. And it's going to install and activate. Now, Lightspeed Cache, it has been voted the #1 WordPress caching plugin of all time. It's proven to be faster than W3 Cache, Jetpack Cache, Super Cache. All the caches out there, Lightspeed is proven to be the fastest one because it works in conjunction with the Lightspeed web server. It works together. So again, this is 100% free at NameHero. It comes with your hosting package. You just have to install it and activate it. So as soon as we install it, we click activate. And we're going to be all set. Okay, so now we'll have a new section in our menu called Lightspeed Cache. We're going to click on Manage. And you're going to see we've got some options here. We've got a bunch of different options that comes in here. We've got the optimizer, the CDN, and all that stuff here that comes with the Lightspeed Cache. So now we need to turn on the advanced options though, so we can get in here and optimize. So if we get in here, we want to look for the advanced section, and they would have just changed this. Development mode, no. Want to go to purge. Okay, let's go over here to settings. And let's go to advanced general. There we go. Advanced, show advanced options. It was in there somewhere. So it's under Lightspeed Cache settings and advanced. That's what we want to go to. And let's save changes once we enable the advanced. And we're going to go to cache, go down here and check all this stuff here. So we're not caching mobile yet. You can go back and add that. I'm just going to go through these settings here and just kind of check out everything here. Exclusions. Optimize is where our push is. So under the Optimize tab, we want to go over here to CSS HTTP2 push. It's default enabled off because the way Lightspeed Cache works, it wants you to make the changes yourself because it doesn't want to break your site. So you might want to test like by minifying your CSS. You might want to test it on, go check your site and make sure it works before enabling everything on. Because what we saw by turning all this on at once is some people's site, it would break and then they wouldn't know what broke it. You know, was it the minify or the inline CSS? You know, what was it? So that's why everything's off by default and you just have to enable it. So once again, we enabled the advanced options. We go to optimize and we just want to do the pushes for now. So we're going to go to CSS HTTP2 push. We're going to turn that on. And we're going to go to the JavaScript HTTP2 push, enable that on, and go down here and just save all our changes. Okay, now that is set it up and we are set. When changing the minify, we want to purge, but we don't need to do that right now. Let me show you how to do that though. We can go to purge, go down here and we can purge on upgrade. Let's see, there's somewhere here we can purge all. Advanced, purge on upgrade. There is a purge here somewhere. Rant, crawler, tuning, includes, manage. There we go. It's right here. Purge all. So that's like the reset everything as we go back here. Now, if we go back to our blog and hit refresh and navigate through some pages here just so it gives the HTTP2 push to execute on a couple of these. So now if we go back and we look at our plugin here, we can refresh here. Push 23. So now we're seeing the push requests come through. Pushed and claimed 4. So now it's working. So now we can just verify that it is loading here. Now this default theme, it loads fast as lightning anyways, but now you're using those HTTP2 server pushes and you're going to increase some speed. So now you've not only upgraded HTTP2, you've enabled the HTTP2 pushes, and it's that simple. You know, if you're using WordPress, it's as simple as installing a plugin, activating it, giving it a quick purge, and you're good. You're off to the races. So we try to keep things as simple as possible. If you're like me and you want to nerd out on all the details, you can go read all about HTTP2 and the pushes. You know, I showed you how to use the indicator. If you don't want to take my word and see it for yourself, that's how. You know, you don't have to you can take my word and don't have to do that, but that just shows you that it is enabled. But that is our HTTP2 hosting here at NameHero. It's certainly our pleasure to bring this to you at an affordable rate. You know, before I started NameHero, one of the reasons why I started NameHero is because to get HTTP2 and to be able to do HTTP2 pushes, you know, it was expensive. And you know, some people use Cloudflare for HTTP2, and that's fine. You can, but some people didn't want to use Cloudflare. Some people just wanted to have it. So, you know, and that's one of the reasons why Cloudflare got so popular is because they offered like HTTP2 pushes and all that stuff. We offer it without Cloudflare, or then you can add Cloudflare as well. We have plenty of videos on how to do that. So let us know if you have any questions on HTTP2 hosting. This is enabled all by default here at NameHero across our web hosting packages. If you're a reseller, you offer this same type of stuff to your customers. Your customers will love this and they will appreciate it, especially those that really know what they're doing. They'll be really happy and excited to see that you offer HTTP2 hosting. So thanks so much. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll do my best to answer those and get back to you. But thanks again for using and choosing us here at NameHero.com.